Get ready for 160 word per minute shorthand dictation. Start. We, the people of India, gave ourselves a constitution that prescribes for our democracy a parliamentary form of government in which the executive is accountable to the electorate through a legislature which in turn is periodically elected by the electorate. This accountability lies at the heart of democratic government and is implemented through procedures put in place by the legislature whose functions include law making, controlling the national finances, and approving taxation proposals and having discussions on matters of public interest and concern. Each of these functions is discharged daily or periodically during sittings of the legislature and cover questions, adjournment motion calling attention, half an hour discussion, motion of no confidence, questions of privilege, etc. Instruments of accountability. Among these instruments of accountability, the daily question hour has an unmatched criticality on account of its regularity and its availability on a basis of equality to every member of the House, Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha. It has a special significance in the proceedings of Parliament since it covers every aspect of government activity, domestic and foreign. The government of the day is thus helped to feel the pulse of the nation and give the public a view of the performance of both of its elected representatives and of the ministers. Those who fumble are rarely forgotten. The rules of procedure in both houses prescribe the operational details. These include inter alia the notice period, conditions of admissibility, balloting, and a host of other procedural or regularity prescriptions. Questions are addressed to a specific minister of the government and can seek oral answers marked by an asterisk or a written one. The veracity of the answers given are matters of utmost importance, and rules permit correction of inaccuracies by the minister concerned. Copies of answers given are available to members at the notice office before the start of the day's proceedings, as also on the websites. Seeking the specifics. Since questions are generally pointed, specific, and confined to one issue only, they tend to elicit specific information from the government. Our parliamentary history records instances of answers given to questions leading to wider debate, inquiries, and even administrative scandals. Even otherwise, the information so made available adds to public information essential to informed debates on matters of interest or concern. The advantage to the government is that its position in the matter is authoritatively explained. By the same logic, incomplete or unsatisfactory answers induce resort to other forms of accountability mentioned above. For this reason, members of parliament and the interested citizens attach much importance to questions in Parliament and have been taken aback by the peremptory announcement in parliamentary bulletins this week that in the forthcoming session of Parliament, monsoon session that starts on September 14, that there will be no question hour. The stated reason for this is the situation created by the COVID-19 pandemic. Cited the pandemic is jarring. The gravity of the situation resulting from the spread of COVID-19 continues to be experienced by people the world over and by every citizen of the country. New disciplines have descended on us and we have experienced new norms and styles of existence, learned to live with total and partial lockdowns, and have moved from no activity to partial restoration of essential activities. Procedures of social distancing and the wearing of protective masks have been imbibed. Countries far and near have brought forth their individual response patterns. Some of these show that legislative bodies have continued to function with new sets of do's and don'ts. Finally, though delatedly, some of our state assemblies took the initiative and now the Parliament of India has followed suit. The public has welcomed this. In this context, the deletion of question hour from the announced agenda of the day is baffling and has understandingly been viewed as a curtailment of the right to question the government. Subsequent clarifications have stated that the unstarred questions will continue to be received and answered, and that the change will relate only to starred questions and the supplementary questions questions emanating from them that require to be answered orally. Exploring options. The purpose of a start question is to explore the intent and the alleged illegality or procedural lacuna that the government decision in question has sought to camouflage in the form of words and expressions used in the answer. The oral supplementary questions seek to unravel these. It is a form of verbal gymnastics not unknown in daily life. Perhaps greater sensitivity to parliamentary and public sentiments could have been displayed by exploring procedural options that would retain the substance if not the complete form of a start question. One way could be to admit the start question, reply to it in a set of prepositions, and allow the member concerned to table in writing the permitted number of follow-up questions also to be answered in writing the following day. Were these options explored and discussed with the leaders of political parties and groups? The chairman and the speaker unquestionably have the final word on matters relating to the proceedings of their respective houses. This can be and has been supplemented on occasions by using a motion to develop a consensus on matters of general public interest. Was this explored on this occasion? And finally, what public purpose is served when senior members of the ruling party describe the opposition expression of concern as a fake narrative, since extraordinary times justify extraordinary measures? The test of a functioning democracy is its ability to face crises, social, economic, political, and seek correctives premised on institutions of democracy. A resort to what has been called the politics of avoidance does not help the process. Executive accountability upfront cannot be allowed to become a thing of the past. The Independence Day address of the Prime Minister launching the National Digital Health Mission (NDHM) during an unprecedented novel coronavirus pandemic crisis caught everyone's attention. Yet, despite all his eloquence, it was not clear to many what to do expect in substantial terms. Going digital has no doubt been a magic phrase that has often been repeated in multiple contexts in the country, and as yet another mission for the health sector, they waited for more news to emerge. On August 27, we learned that the Ministry of Health was expecting feedback and public comments on the draft by September 3rd. Since then, the date has been extended by another week. Even that leaves insufficient time for discussions among medical practitioners, hospital managements, associations of various stakeholders in the healthcare sector, and other members of civil society for any meaningful feedback. Some progress. There is no disputing the premise that capturing data relating to patients and its digitizing could help patients, the doctors who attend to them, and the healthcare facilities where they seek treatment. In fact, many states have already achieved some breakthroughs in these areas with the National Rural Health Mission (NRHM) and subsequently National Health Mission through the IT network connected to most public health centers, even in tribal areas. Personal health data are generated by name till the primary health center level but not transmitted to higher levels except aggregated numerical data. Some patients get referred to stand-alone specialists or tertiary hospitals or diagnostic facilities.